In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make exactly what you are watching. That is these viral house transformation videos we have been seeing all over social media lately. And keep in mind, the one you watch, I actually made it myself with the very method I'm about to show you in this video. To get started, we need to first of all get the image of the house we want to make the transformation video for. Now with this particular one, there are actually two main steps you can go about it. The first one is to literally open a new tab and just search Google Gemini, then click on the first link here. You'll be taken to an interface that looks something just like this, and just ask Google Gemini to give you an image prompt for the house you want to make the transformation video for. But the second option is the one I will personally recommend. For this particular one, right, you're going to open a new tab and simply search Pinterest just like this. Click on the first link right here. It'll take you to an interface that looks something a bit different from what you are seeing right now. But on your interface, they are going to ask you to create an account or log in. But since I've already created an account, as you can see, this is the interface. What I want you to do next is this. Simply search this right here, modern house design, literally just this, and you are going to land on an interface that looks something just like this. And as you can see, there is a plethora of house designs you can actually look through. So let's say, for example, after looking through all the list, right, I want to use one. All you need to do is just select it and download it onto your device. Here's how. In order to do that, let's say, for example, I want to use this very one right here. All I have to do is just click on it like this. This is going to pop up, and all you need to do is just come to the three dots at the very top right here, click on it, and just click on download image. This is going to download the image onto your device, as you can see right here. Now let's move on to the next step. With the next step, right, use the first link in the description. You are going to land on this particular interface right here, and this platform is the platform we are going to literally use to complete about 70% of the next process. What you want to do after landing on this interface when you use the link in the description is to create an account. You are then going to come to this section right here which says images, right? Go over it and click on create image. This interface is going to pop up. So as you can see right here, I already have prompts in the prompt box. I'm just going to delete it real quick. There we go. So you are going to see an interface that looks something just like this. What you want to do next is to come to this section right here where I'm hovering the mouse pointer. Just click switch right here and select the model you want to use to generate your image. We have Nano Banana Pro, Sea Drains, we have Clink, a lot, but the one I recommend you use is Nano Banana Pro. Check this out. As you can see right here, I've already uploaded an image of the house as a reference, but let me just delete it real quick. Perfect. You are going to see an interface that looks something like this, right? Simply click on it and click on upload. You are now going to upload the image you got from Pinterest, which is the house we want to make the transformation video for. I need you to pay close attention to this section because it is, let's just say, a bit on the complicated section. What we are going to do is this. We are now going to break the original image down into several images. Listen very closely. So with a house you downloaded from Pinterest, right, we are now going to break it down into, let's just say, the first stage is going to be of the house as an uncompleted building. Then the next section, or should I say the next stage, is going to be the house in the skeletal section. Then the next stage is going to be downgraded to the foundation of the house. Then the next one is going to be the land the house is on without the house itself. So it's going to be just a plain land. I believe you get what I'm trying to say. Basically, all what we are doing is just downgrading the building so that we can actually animate it later on to make it much more interesting. What we are going to do is this. After uploading your image, which is the house, right, you are now going to come to the prompt box right here and enter this exact prompt in there. And don't worry, all the prompts we are going to use in this video will be in the description, so simply copy it from there. Now there is no need for me to explain this particular prompt right here. Let's just scroll down, right, and what I want you to do is this. At this section right here which says size, simply click on it. You are going to see something along the lines of 4:3. Just ignore it and select this particular one right here which is mobile 9:16. There we go. Since we want it to be in the TikTok format, you are now going to scroll down, right, and under resolution leave it at 1K, and the number of images, yours is going to be around 2, just like this. I want you to drag it down because since we are using Nano Banana Pro, obviously it is going to get a job done. And what you are going to do is click on create. Here is what this first prompt is going to do. It is going to take the house image, right, and downgrade it into the uncompleted building. So from the house to the uncompleted building. And as you can see right here, this is an example of what I am referring to. So it is going to take the house itself, the original one, into the uncompleted stage just like this. Let's just close it. You're going to scroll back up. You are then going to highlight this exact prompt in here, which is the first one, and paste the second one in here. Use the second prompt in the description. Now this particular prompt right here is actually going to now change the uncompleted building into a bare land. And the thing is, I know most of you might be saying, well, Steve, is it not supposed to be in the format you explained earlier on? No, just use this exact format right here. What this one is going to do is this, which is the second one. This is an example of what it is going to do, or the result of the bare land you are going to get. So let's say after it is done generating the image for you, you really don't like it, simply just generate another one and you are good to go. So let me just close this real quick. I'm not going to scroll back up one more time, and you are going to copy the third prompt in the description. Then highlight the previous prompt in here just like this in the prompt box. Right click and click on paste to paste the new prompt in there. You are just going to scroll down right and simply click on create here. What it is going to do is it is now going to give you the foundation stage. It is now going to change the house into a foundation stage. Let me just show you real quick. So this is an example of what it is going to give to you. That is the foundation stage for the house. We are now going to close this and move on to the next stage. So we are going to scroll up like usual. Highlight the old prompt in here, right click and just paste the new one. This is the fourth prompt, and all you need to do now is just click on create. What it is going to do is this. It is now actually going to give you the skeletal stage of the house. So this is the skeletal stage of the house I am referring to, along with the foundation and everything. What you are going to do next is to close this, and for this section that I'm about to show you, which is the next one, honestly it is optional, but I would rather you actually do, because you might not be so lucky. Now I'll explain that in just a second. Let me just highlight the old one, right click and just click on paste, and I actually have to read it to you because it is not really lengthy. Now this prompt is generate a similar image but change the aspect ratio to the aspect ratio I have selected. Basically, right, the images you are going to get from Pinterest, if you use the Pinterest option, I would say majority of them are not going to be in the TikTok aspect ratio we want, which is the 9:16. So by entering this right here and generating the image, it is going to give you something that is much more of the TikTok aspect ratio, or perfect for Instagram Reel and YouTube Shorts. So this is what it is going to turn it into, something that looks just like this. Now let's move on to the next section, and that is actually animating this. And with the animation process, right, it is best if I show you the interface while explaining it. I can't just explain it to you all, it will be very confusing. So what you are going to do is this. You are going to come to this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, right, click on video. It is going to take you to this interface, and I want you to come to this section which says image to video. Click on it. As you can see, I already have a few images selected here, so I'm just going to delete them real quick. You are then going to come to this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer. You might see a different model over there, but just come to this section which says select model. Click on this arrow right next to it. There are several AI video generating models you can select from Kling to 1 2.6 to Google View 3 to literally a lot. But the one I want you to look for is this. With all the models they have provided here, right, when you are selecting them, always make sure you find the ones that have end frame written at the bottom. I believe you can see it right there. This particular one right here has end frame written next to it. This one also has end frame written next to it. We can see clearly that Google View 3 also has with video and end frame written next to it. So always go in for the one with end frames written next to it. I will explain why in just a second. So you know what, let me just select any one of these here as an example. Let me use Kling 2.6 because it uses less credits compared to View 3, but you can actually use Google View 3 if you want high quality. That said, what you are going to do is to come to this section where I am hovering the mouse pointer, click on it, then click on history, not upload. You are now going to look through the list of images you generated from the original house image. Listen, we are going to start with the first one, and that is the bare land. I believe now you see where all this is going. Don't worry, I will explain it into much more details as we go on. But basically, look for the bare land image, select it like this, and just click on confirm right here. You are now going to come to this section which says end frame. Listen, click on end frame right here and click on this empty space. Now click on history and upload the next scene, or should I say the next stage of the house, which is from a bare land to the foundation stage. So I'm just going to look for the foundation stage. There we go. Simply click on it like this and click on confirm. Perfect. So right now we have the start frame, which is the bare land, to the end frame right here, which is the foundation stage. You're now going to go to the description right and copy the animation prompt right here and simply paste it in there. With animation prompts, there's no need to make any changes to it. Leave it as it is, then scroll down and next to duration, select 10 seconds and simply click on create right here. Here is what it is going to do, or here's basically what we are doing. We are taking the first image we generated, which is, let's just say, the bare land and the foundation stage right, and what we are going to tell this particular platform to do is to animate this particular bare land into this particular foundation stage. I believe you get what I'm trying to say. And within that particular animation format, it should always make sure that it adds constructors and big machines and stuff working on the land in a form of time lapse. Basically, everything will be moving very fast, similar to what you have been seeing all over social media. I believe you get what I'm trying to explain. We're going to take the first image, then the second image, bare land to foundation stage, and we're just going to animate it, and you are going to get something that looks just like this. Let's just take a look at one, for example. There we go, from bare land to the construction stage to everything. I generated another one that I think also looks great. So let's just play it real quick. Exactly what we are looking for. All you need to do now is just generate this particular one onto your device by clicking on the three lines right here and just click on download. There we go. You are now going to repeat this for the next scene. Now this is what you are going to do. You're going to come to this section right here with this particular icon. Just click on it. It is now going to make the foundation stage the first stage, and we are now going to only make changes to this section right here because just click on it. Click on this section right here one more time and just click on, and what you are going to do next is to select the next stage. So from the foundation stage, which stage do we want to animate into next? And that is the skeletal stage. So we're just going to look for the skeletal stage, this particular one right here. Select it, and you should have the start frame to be the foundation and the end frame is the skeletal stage. And all you need to do now is just click on create right here, and basically it is going to sort of animate the foundation stage to the skeletal stage, just as I explained earlier on. But within that particular animation, constructors are going to move around with the machines and everything to just make it feel much more authentic. You're now going to repeat this for every single scene just like that. So if you want to repeat this for the next scene, simply click on this sign right here just like this, and it is now going to make the skeletal stage the first frame. And which stage do we want to animate the skeletal stage into? That is the uncompleted building stage. So let's just come to the end one right here, click on it, click on this particular image and just click on history, and let's look for the uncompleted building. There we go. Simply select it like this and click on confirm, and simply click on create right here, and do the same thing for the end stage as well. You're going to come back here one more time, click on this sign right here, and now the uncompleted building is going to be the first frame. So it's going to be the uncompleted building. What are we going to animate it into? That is the completed building. So you're now going to come to the end frame right here, click on it, then go to this particular image, click on history and look for the completed building you generated earlier on. There we go, confirm. All you have to do now is click on create right here and you are good to go. Now let's move on to the last stage, and that is basically putting everything together. And the platform that I would personally recommend is Capcut. A direct download link will be in the description. Simply download it onto your device. You are going to launch it like this afterwards, then click on import right here and simply import the images, that is the videos you downloaded from OpenArt. Now these videos, import them in order. You're going to import the first one, which is the bare land being animated or transformed to the foundation stage. Then the next one is going to be the foundation stage being transformed to the skeletal stage, followed by the next one, which is the skeletal stage to the uncompleted stage, then the last one. So simply import them right. right. So let me use this particular image here just as an example. You are then going to drag it here to the timeline just like this, followed by the next one just like this. So this is just as an example to show you what you are supposed to do. So this is going to be the first one right here, followed by the second one. Obviously it is not the second one, but this is how it is going to be, followed by the next one, the next one. Just put everything together and simply click on export right here to actually export it onto your device. When you are here under resolution, simply click on it and select 4K or 8K to get the highest quality possible and upload it on whatever social media platform you want. So that is basically it for today. See you all in the next video. Peace.